Hello cosplayers! Welcome back to Wafflez Cosplay. Today, we're going to be venturing to make a Pokemon pillow! Yay! So good. So the materials you'll be needing today are two types of cloth, so red and white. These are a half a yard each. Each of them was about $1 for half a yard. Okay. You're also going to need two types of felt, white felt and black felt. These were each 25 cents. Alright, so together we have 50 cents. Alright, and you're also going to need a pattern. This pattern I made and printed off, and also I have a link to it in the description. I also was reusing because environment, but also I just ran out of paper, so that too. Or make your own. That's also totally fine. So one more thing you're going to need in this pillow is some fluff. Since you're probably only going to be using like a fourth or a fifth of this when making the pillow, I'm adding this into our base material cost. Some other things that I will count as base materials, you're going to need sewing needles or a sewing machine, either one. You don't have to do this with a machine if you don't have one. You're going to need thread. I also have sewing pins because it's really hard to keep together unless you have something holding it together. Totally can be done. I just prefer having pins to keep it together. You can also use safety pins if you have any safety pins. First thing you're going to want to do is cut out your pattern. So I'm going to take my pattern, and I'm using a razor blade, okay? We can also use an X-Acto knife, or just, honestly, scissors. I prefer this because it gives me the ability to kind of control it better. But, you know, whatever you have that can cut something out, that works, right? So once you're done cutting them out, they should look just like this, okay? So we got this piece, and this little piece, and this piece. Okay. So, I already doubled this over twice, so we have like 4 layers, but we're gonna want 6 layers. So I'm just going to slice down this edge so we can fold this over and have 6 layers, because no one likes to waste fabric. Also, yes, I'm using kitchen scissors. All you sewing people out there are gonna hate me. But I lost my sewing scissors. I'm all over the place, guys. Boom! So we got 6 layers of cloth. Let me go ahead and pin the paper on it. Really want some ramen or some crab. Like from Fairy Tale, that hair cutter dude is like, Ebby. I'm like, okay. I will cut this out, Ebby. So we're done cutting it out. So beautiful. Okay. So you're going to do the same thing with the red fabric. White ones and red ones. Do you see all the things flying off of it? There's like little particles of like cloth or dust or both. Or they're little beings. Come here, little children. Farewell, scoundrel. We are going to sew these two pieces together, the white and the red, so that it makes like a long, like a leaf. It looks like a leaf. The little amount that was on this pattern right here, that's going to be the amount you're going to sew. So it's about like a half an inch. And how you're going to do that is you're going to put them together, so like one on each side. And if you want to, you can pin it. I'm actually not going to because it's kind of easy to like stick with that. And you're just going to sew right down like that, okay? It's like a fabric sandwich. Alright, we got all of our leaves lined up, so now we just gotta sew them. So I just finished sewing these. Bam. It's so beautiful. Alright, so once these are sewed, just like this, alright, you are going to put these 2 leaves and make a leaf sandwich. Because I'm hungry, so yes. Leaf sandwich. Take the nicely sewed side, so not the seam side, but the outside. You're going to put outside, inside. Okay? You're just going to lay them on top. Make sure that the whites are lined up. Okay? You can see that on either side there's the seam. Alright? Pin them together. And on one side, so you could choose either right or left, doesn't matter. And so if you picked the right side, make sure you're going down the right the whole time. But if you picked the left side, make sure you're going down the left the whole time. Let's go sew. Dude, this is like a workout. Yeah. For this one, you're going to want about like a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch seam. Now, once you're done sewing down the edge, you're going to take all the noodles out because you don't want to get picked. That's not fun. I want to poke your eye out. You'll poke your eye out. Once you're done sewing these, alright, so we got all the seams on the inside and all the good parts on the inside and all the seams on the outside, just like that, okay? You're going to take 2 of them, and you're going to open them up so that you have this part. So one of them, you're going to have the clean seams, and the other one, you're going to have the non-clean seams, okay? And again, you're going to put them together with the good parts on the inside. Make sure the red and the white are lined up. So then you're going to pick the next part that hasn't been pinned yet, and you're also going to connect this third one there. You've probably got the gist of what we're doing. We're really honestly just connecting all the sides. So you're just connecting this again, clean seams in, red to red, white to white, and you're going to sew it. Do you guys want to know a vocab word? It's called fruition. Say, this project is coming into fruition. Fancy, right? Well, if I can get this lined up, it'll come into fruition. Make sure none of the, cloth is, folding or bending while you're sewing it. Guys, I literally just did what I said not to do. It had a fold in this. Well, I guess I'm practicing my professional seam ripper. There should be a contest for that. Professional seam ripper. So the last step for this, it's really close to being done, which is super exciting. The last step is to completely fill in the circle. Okay, so you're going to go back, turn it inside out again, and you're going to put it together, but this time do not, and I repeat, do not do it the whole way, because we need a little bit open to do stitching and to turn it right side out. So make sure you don't stitch all the way down. You're going to want to stitch either the red or white, either one, so we have an opening to put in some stuffing. So, it's all done. You're going to turn it inside out. This is like Christmas. Okay, think of this, a Pokeball Santa. So we got our little thing. All we have to do, stuff it with some stuffing, and we're gonna sew up the rest of this with a needle and thread. So once you're done with that, you're almost done with your pillow. Last thing is to put on the black stripe and the little black latch. Is it a latch? Little black thing. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. If you want it a little bit more permanent, you can sew felt on. If you don't really care about that, you can hot glue it on. I'm going to hot glue it on because that's all I need for my purposes. Come on, little hot glue gun. You got this. You got it. So in order to finish it up, you're going to take the rest of your pattern and draw it on the felt. Now this strip is only 1/3 of the length you want. So the bigger circle is going to be black, smaller circle is going to be white, and this long strip is going to be black. However, you're going to need to cut out 3 of the long strips. Alright, awesome. They're all cut out. Now I'm just going to hot glue them on. We are so close. So there may end up being a little tail at the end because of how the seams turned out. So just snip that off. Alright. Then you can pick one of the sides of the felt that doesn't look the best. And that's what you're going to want to cover up with your black piece right there. Ta-da! We're done. Oh, I feel like I could just sleep on this forever. What do you think? Think it looks pretty good? I think it looks pretty good. So this ends the tutorial of how to make our Pokemon pillow. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel. You can also click the link below to the either first or next video. Also, if you want to keep in touch, please check out my social media and my Patreon, where you can donate some money to keep me going. And then also, I have an Etsy where I sell a lot of my items and also the patterns for the tutorials. So if you're interested in that, please check that out as well. Thank you guys. Have an awesome day. Also, enjoy your nap on your Pokemon pillow.